Now, you want to see a femme. You want to see a fruit. How about Moby? Moby is one of these guys that just, another guy that can't keep his dumb light bulb head out of everyone's business. He knows how everyone should act and what law enforcement should do and all the things. He knows what's good and what's bad. We don't. He does. Moby knows. And him and Kimmel, there's a clip from, I think, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, Kimmel. We'll show that after Moby. But the thing for these celebrities to do now is to show an area of Los Angeles where nothing's going on. It's very peaceful. And I would assume if Moby is there and if Kimmel is there, they're in areas that aren't really the riots aren't really happening near them. Their police force will keep the rioters away from places like Bel Air and Beverly Hills and some of the more hoity-toity areas of Los Angeles. So Moby is the first example of these celebrities trying to tell you everything's fine. Look around. Nothing's happening. So check out Moby here.
Hi, if you watch Fox News, you're aware of the fact that Los Angeles is currently gripped by all this chaos and apocalypse. I mean, look at all the chaos and apocalypse, right? I mean, chaos, apocalypse.
Yeah, Moby, that's great. And as I brought up in previous days, the fires in LA, they weren't everywhere. They were in if you take Los Angeles and where those fires were back in January, they were very small areas compared to the size of LA. You could go to downtown LA. There wasn't even an inkling of a fire happening. Plenty of areas. Hollywood, the Hollywood sign still there. That didn't get burned down. So because Moby doesn't see anything happening, maybe he didn't see the fires. Does that mean they're unimportant and nothing's happening and it's all great? No fire here. So I guess those people that their houses are burning down are complaining about nothing, or they're lying. There's LA is the vast majority was not on fire. Oh my God, shut up. Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining. Jesus. I understand he's a dog and everything, but geez, I'll give him some latitude, but oofa. It's not even so much what you're hearing through the mic, people. It's like I can't concentrate with just that. Yeah, figuring it out. We're figuring it out. So Kimmel did the same thing. This is Jimmy Kimmel on his show saying everything is fine. And he shows some video of Hollywood, like all the tourists and the bull, Grauman's Chinese Theater, from the comfort of his studio. Let's watch that one.
You know what? You see here we have a full house tonight, as we always do here at our studio in Hollywood, which might be surprising for those of you in other parts of the country who've been watching cable news and believe this city is some kind of totalitarian hellscape right now. It most certainly is not. In fact, let's take a look outside, because I want you to see what it's like in Hollywood right now. You won't see this elsewhere on television. Not only is it not an apocalypse, they're having a Disney Pixar movie premiere right now for Elio, a movie about aliens. Don't tell Trump, he'll send the Green Berets in too, but I just want to say thank God for President Trump and the heroes at ICE for protecting us from these bloodthirsty fruit stand vendors spreading their dangerous pineapple chunks and mangoes with a squirt of lime all over the city. We are so grateful for what you have done. I'm very angry, I have to say. I cannot believe what's going on. I knew it was going to be bad. I did not know it was going to be this bad. People who have lived here their whole lives, people who've been in this city longer than I have, the vast majority of whom have never done anything wrong, are being abducted, which is the correct word to use, by agents in masks, hiding their identities, grabbing people off the street and at work, sending people to detention centers. And to protest that, which is not only our right as Americans, it's our responsibility, Los Angelenos have been gathering to demonstrate, and with very few exceptions, peacefully demonstrate, to voice their opposition to this
That's
disgusting and unnecessary abuse of power instigated by our mentally ill president, who is dead set on exacerbating this, who actually wants conflict, who is intentionally inflaming and lying to make it seem like there's a war going on here. He wants there to be a war going on here, and he doesn't care who gets hurt in it. There's no riot outside. We have more so-called unrest here when one of our teams wins a championship. But that's not what you're seeing on TV. Someone sets a fire in a garbage can, 12 camera crews go running toward it. Trump wants it to seem like anarchy, so he goes around, our governor, and he calls in 4,000 troops from the National Guard and 700 active duty Marines. You know, when we had the wildfires that devastated big chunks of our city, he did absolutely nothing. Now that we're in the middle of a non-emergency, send in the National Guard.
And Mr. President, when is the last time you spoke with Governor Newsom?
A day ago.
A day ago. Like, just the typical company line, the liberal Democrat bullshit propaganda that comes out of Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, we had the fires. They did what fires? What fires? Your studio didn't burn down. Hollywood, you could have shown the same area of Hollywood during those fires, and it would have been the same thing. Would you have gone, well, what's everyone about these fires? Everyone thinks everything's on fire. Look, there's people putting their feet in the footprints at Grauman's Chinese Theater and taking pictures with Superman and Batman and whatnot. What? Why? Who? Where are these fires? Oh, the vast majority of LA is not on fire. So why are we? They're liars, liars, and the fact that he says a garbage can lit on fire. How about police cars? How about businesses? How would you like that, Jimmy? You open your business in LA and you've had it there for years and it gets burned down because of the peaceful protests. There's just a few bad ones, but so many peaceful ones that I've yet to see one peaceful protest on this. But, you know, that's what we're supposed to believe because Jimmy Kimmel said it. Oh, my God, these just liars. Liars. Our insane president. He's provoking? No, he's stopping this from happening. He's stopping people's businesses from being burned and police cars from being destroyed. You know, taxpayers have to pay for that, Jimmy Kimmel. He's stopping that. And you want to find out the cause of all this? Look at the last Alzheimer's-stricken that was the puppet president for 4 years. Whoever was running the auto pen and the administration, that's your fault. That's who is at fault here. That's who let in tens of millions of illegals into this country that now have to be removed. Trump wouldn't have had to have done this if Biden or whoever hadn't let them in the first place. But somehow it's all Trump's fault. Needing law enforcement to get rid of these motherfuckers. That's Trump's fault. Oh, he's just putting it. He wants riots. He wants that. Really? Sounds like the Democrats want the riots. They're the ones crowing about it, telling people to get out there. They know these aren't peaceful protests. Everyone's right. Peaceful protest. Do they call January 6th peaceful? Mostly peaceful? Do they say that? The fact that 1 million people were there and a few got into the Capitol and did some vandalism and were called insurrectionists? That was actually, it was absolutely mostly peaceful. Millions of people, or 1 million people, let's say, that were there. That was the estimates, all in Washington for that day, that were unhappy with the results of the election and how the investigation wasn't proceeding. And they were there demonstrating, showing people peacefully that they were not happy with the way things are going. And then, like Jimmy said, a few people, a few people went into the Capitol and did some vandalism. What are you going to do? Did they burn a business down? Were they looting things aside from, the joke of getting the lectern, the podium taken out of Pelosi's office? That was funny. But, were there millions of dollars in theft going on and destruction of property? And then there was a death. Yeah, a woman that was in there with the people that were vandalizing the Capitol. I'll even go as far as to say that. She was part of that. Merritt's shooting her in the neck. One of these assholes, rioters in LA gets killed, and you won't hear the end of how, oh my God, the peaceful protest. It's like Kent State. It's all bullshit. Hollywood's in on it. Jimmy Kimmel and Moby and who else did I see and complaining the other day? Wonder Woman. What's her name? Carter. Whatever it is. Yeah, they all pop up. Oh, this is terrible. This is so un-American. This is not what the forefathers would. Yeah, it is. These are insurrectionists. These are people causing problems, criminals. And all because the past president or whoever was in charge allowed the border to be wide open and let these criminals in. And Donald Trump ran on the platform that I will get them out. He won because that's what the majority of Americans wanted. And somehow now it's this tyrannical dictatorship that needs to be stopped. And anything you do, any violence that you perpetrate in the name of protesting it is fine with these people. Fine with them. So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.